It's difficult for me to play Street Fighter due to me always hitting right click to aim. Oh my god, do we have to put the aim down sight system in? Is this the point in time where we put it in? It's time to put the aim down sight system in. This is it. This is the proof right here. Proof is in the pudding. We need to make it, guys. No longer in the backlog. It should be in the front log. The real log, the important log. I can't unhighlight that. That's pissing me off. Okay. Plan for today. Holy shit, we need to do a playtest ASAP. Oh my god. Here is the plan for today. Domino's is having a $9.99 7-topping stuffed crust deal that's tempting me. That's like the equivalent of going into a dumpster and then finding whatever you can and then stacking it on top of each other. And look at that. It's a stuffed crust deal with 8 toppings. There's a bunch of garbage, fucking bullshit stacked on top of each other. Brother, feed your body something a little bit more, you know, nutritious rather than cardboard and fucking acid. You know what I mean? Feed your body. Your body is a palace, and you don't want to put dump in your palace. You know what I mean? You want to put some good shit in your palace, you know? Like rice and chicken, you know? And like some veggies, possibly. Good veggies. Maybe some fruits. You know what I mean? Some good stuff. Some good stuff for your body. Yeah. Yeah, fuck it, get 2.
Shit my pants, I did.
Pineapple and ham is all you need. Mods, get this man out of here.
Tell me about the garbage I can put in my body.
Pineapple and ham together. That's the garbage you can put in your body. Prime, think of the year, the 1 year, the 12 years. I don't know why streamers say that shit. They're like, well, thank you for the 36 years. It's like, brother, that's... All right. Okay. Landmine. No, don't add a task. Landmine. It just needs a model, which honestly, we don't need a model. I just want to make it less fancy looking at the top because it's just too much, man. It's too fucking extra. That's just too extra. Oh. I think that song just instantly, within 2 seconds, gave me tinnitus. Youch! I don't know what it was, but like that crackling sound just made my ear go bye-bye. The Minecraft soundtrack is not safe. The light should just be a small light. You think so? Like right in the center? That's true. That would be good. That'd make it more subtle. Is it this one? No, it's this one. This one needs to be test metal. There we go. Now we're talking. I just don't like how it's like a weird plus. It's so extra for no reason. Oh yeah. Now, the next piece of the puzzle. The sound effect. I gotta say, one big thing with the sound effect, and dude, the Lethal Company sound effects are so iconic, I feel like. And it's not even the fact that it's like, it's just a known sound. It's just, it's such a good sound. The weird fucking, when you activate it, and then when it fucking goes off, it does like the weirdest, most distorted sound, but it's just so good. I don't know if I could nail that, man. I don't know if I could do something like that. Anyways, what's the platform? I gotta double check. Is the YouTube stream live? Yes, we are live on YouTube. Today, the plan is to maybe, I don't know, reduce the shit in our in progress list. There's a lot of stuff in our in progress list. The landmine's not even one of the monsters for our proof of concept. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. All right. Locky, the Loch Ness Locker. Then we got the briefcase mimic. The briefcase mimic, I feel like, needs animations and stuff. You know what I mean? Or maybe it doesn't. Maybe it doesn't need animations. Maybe it could just be just the model, just sliding towards you menacingly in a very terrifying manner. Okay. Well, we could do that. What are the tasks we have here? Any advice for a newbie game dev? Yeah, just get in there. Just get in there. Get in the thick of it. Dive in. Dive in. Get right in the thick of it. This is the bonus. What do we got? Which team is this? Like, which is this? What is this? What even is this? Why do I look like it's a silver chain? Who is this supposed to be? This is supposed to be someone. This is 100% like a YouTuber. This pizza looks like fucking ass. Is this the Domino's pizza that you're thinking about, Sound? Tell me this isn't the Domino's pizza you've been thinking about getting. Maybe? Come on, bro. Really? That's the pizza you're thinking of getting? Really? Do you not have any other like actual pizza places nearby you? Is this Come on. Really? That's not a pizza. That's cardboard trying to act like a pizza. It's sus. Sussy Baka pizza. All right, we got to convert the physical system to a physical great system to fucking shit. I hate my code. Can I be honest here? This multiplayer game, it is technically our first multiplayer game, but I gotta say I fucking hate our code. Our code sucks. This shit sucks. It sucks. It is awful. It's ass. GPT knows my face well. How do I decline how do I make them remove data of my face? You know what to do on the next game? It's to a degree. I need some working music. What do we do for working music? We need to do a little bit of working music. I need something to get the blood flowing. Something to get the
shit my pants I did.
The blood flowing. A major lift?
Thank you for tagging yourself in the title. It let me find you, Kappa.
Thank you, Major, for the 3 months. Yep, that's why it's there. That's why it's there. Also, because if cool thing on Twitch now, if you hover over that, it'll show all of the social media stuff. So that's one of the reasons why that's there as well. Pretty neat little thing. I think. Does it still show it? I don't know if it does. Yep, there it is. It shows all this shit. All the fucking garbage that I don't post on anymore. Whoa, 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 whoa. We're getting into a flux capacitor. Okay, do I want to convert the physics handle system to a physics constraint system right now? God, we gotta at some point. Like, we gotta do it at some point. I feel like I want to do a playtest first before I fucking break the entire game. Let me check what we have on the revision control. I'm pretty sure I should have done a submit yesterday. Yes, I did. Okay, I did. I am submitting daily. I am a responsible game developer. All right, well, when you got to do a refactor, you got to do a refactor, baby. Sometimes you got to just do what you got to do. Let's playtest then. Chat are very good playtesters. Dude, the game is not ready for playtesting. I'm going to be real with you. Shit's still not ready. It's ready for a tech test to see if everything's sort of working. But from a gameplay standpoint, this... Whoa! Whoa! All right. All right. Which vibe coder fucked that up? Which vibe coder over at Trello headquarters? Fucking dumb shit. Okay. Convert the physics handle system to a physics constraint system to more reliably simulate mass for objects, for object on object hits. Kill me. Okay, so I guess what we need to start with is finding all of the sections that we're going to have to change. We'll start with that. Let's go to handling. Create component drag widget. Don't need this one. Attach drag component. This one, don't need to change this either. Detach drag component. No, don't need those. Throw handled item. Okay, this we will have to change. This area of code right here. I think everything's just in the input primary action. All right. This is for start interaction with in-world displays. Yeah, I'm commenting. What's my diet looking these days? Not very good. Fruits. I ate some jerk chicken yesterday. I got some leftovers. Coffee. And then, yeah. So this we need to change. This we don't need to change. This we don't need to change. This we will have to change. And this we don't have to change. Happy, wait, you're from Canada? Happy Canada Day? Is that what you meant to say? Even though that was a couple days ago? Yeah. Happy Canada Day. Me too. I wanted to check what the score is for Australia. Wait, they're doing penalties right now? Holy shit. They got that far? Dude, penalties are like the worst thing ever. It's like stressful for everybody. It's such a stressful thing. Like you're constantly stressed out. Crim, can you see crimmage of the day? Yes. Unfortunately. Happy 4th of July, I was going to say. It's the 3rd of July. Not sure if you noticed, but it is the 3rd of July. Okay, so we have to take the physics handle system and turn it into a physics constraint system. Yeah, you did this, right? You used physics constraint, didn't you? Or did you did a custom solution, if I remember correctly? Okay. Or your. Oh my god. I think I'm starting to get sick of blueprints. I think I'm starting to get sick of it. Here's physics constraint. Sorry, I'm going through a tunnel. Yeah, all right. Yeah, whatever, motherfucker. Go do it all in C++? No, I don't know if I don't know if I want to do that. Because then I have to derive this parent class to a C++ class, my own class, and then redo a bunch of this in C++. And I don't even know how we're going to do this in Blueprint yet, if this is going to work with physics constraints. Why can't physics handles just not be fucking garbage? Crazy idea. Why can't the physics constraint just do this shit properly? You know? Or the physics handle. Can I look at the C++ code for this actually? Right. Well, I gotta clear my nose. Give me 1 second. Hey. Hey, howdy. I had to get myself a snack, dude. I haven't eaten anything. Okay, another thing I have to worry about is actually, yeah, you sent me your custom version, didn't you? Youch. Oh my god. I choked on my own spit. What's wrong with me? Oh yeah, no worries, y'all. I think I have it in one of our past messages. Um Oh, okay, you showed me what you did. Okay. Okay. You showed me a video of what you worked on, but not how you coded it. Okay. Game ready yet? No. Let's see if let's do a little bit of research. Physics handle, object mass. Oh, look, Redditors that don't know what they're saying. Hell yeah. Create a component used as the anchor for the constraint. Define the component you want to manipulate as the second component in the constraint. Define the position target. Watch the constraint automatically handle the rest. You can also the linear. My only problem with banana seems important. It is, yes. You don't know how important. Physics handle is super broken. Previous Pi sessions during a single editor session can affect each other when they shouldn't. The fuck? Physics constraint or physics handle, y'all? Just so I know what I'm getting into if I start switching over the physics constraint. Have I found a design for saving / loading? In this game, no. Not yet. There's no saving or loading system in this game yet. Constraint. The handles use the constraints internally. I see. What's weird is that the physics handle derives from actor component, but I'm assuming that in here it's probably just pending constraint. Does the grab component at location just create a constraint? Oh man. Oh, this is gonna be problematic. Um, I don't even know what Get Game Thread API is. I've never seen that ever in my life. If constraint handle is valid, if B interpolate target. Oh man, this is probably gonna suck. Brain doing two things at once. No worries, man. No worries. You do what you gotta do. Okay, so let's see if we were to use the physics constraint instead. So don't do that. Would the physics constraint component name 1 just be our body? Do you at least have a release date in mind? No, not really. I think by the next fest, I want the Steam page to be up and ready. So at least by then, hopefully we have a trailer. That would be the goal. That'd be the first goal. Part of me is thinking though, for a Friend Slap game, we might be just taking way too long on this shit. Are we taking too long on this shit? Physics of UE operates outside of the game thread. When you want to run physics operations, like even setting an object position, then you have to write out to the physics thread. Epic set up a bunch of API for making it easier to read/write. So is that what I'm seeing here? Which is that get game thread API. Oh. Unless this is running on... Which thread is this running on? Can you tell what thread things are running on? Okay, makes sense. I wonder if the physics constraint is going to work better than the physics handle then at this point now. I don't know. Oh, we can change the angular limits. So we could do that if we want something to not rotate at all. Get game thread API. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Well, let's try to do this in single player first then, I guess. Oh my god, part of me just wants to delete some of this code. Just delete the fucking code. Wipe the code. Wipe the code clean. Honestly, we probably could. Chameleon was made in a couple of months. Yeah, I don't know, man. I can't compete with these motherfuckers who are able to make games so quickly. I can't. I can't do it. I don't even want to try. I just can't. I can't do that, man. That's like... I can't compete with that. Okay, so I guess the very first thing we could do is get started with seeing if this can even work. So I'm going to do a reroute right here. It's going to be our new code at the top here. And we're going to do this, attach drag component. I don't care too much about the drag component, to be honest. We are going to do this, though. Play the sound. And do this stuff. I don't know. I can't compete with these developers that are able to make things so quickly. Is the new code going to be labeled? It might not be labeled that, but it might feel that way. That's for sure. Might definitely feel that way. Why does this shit have to be so fucking far away, man? Okay. You know, it might not be labeled "our," but I'm definitely gonna feel that way. While we try to rewrite this and see if this would work. So we'll just put location for now. That's fine. Ludicrous, have you been seeing you having a basketball in the game? How did you code the bouncing of it? I believe that was literally just setting the physics material. In physics materials, it has things like friction and whatnot. And I believe the basketball uses the rubber physical material on it, if I remember correctly. And that's what allows it to bounce, if I remember correctly. Let me double check. Physical material, rubber, which has a 1 restitution. So it makes it bounce. So it's literally just all running through Yui's chaos physics. That's about it, really. That's all it's really doing. I don't think we do anything else. It's just running it through the physical material, and that's how it kind of allows it to bounce. I found a use for the AI thing. It can analyze my log files and point out shit I miss. I could see that being a good use of it. Okay, so now we should no longer be able to pick up items. Let's just... Can we just put an item in here? Item spawn volume. How do I... How do I spawn an item dynamically? Whatever, fuck it, I'll just spawn it in. Bolt cutters. Let's do this through bolt cutters. Oh, what? Spawn item bolt cutters. So... Clicking Still works. Letting go for some reason is not working anymore. I wonder if the release requires... Oh, it needs a grabbed component. That's okay. So then let's try this physics constraint. Component name 1 will be, I guess, our follow camera. And then we should be able to set the component from here. Component 1 will be the follow camera, and are you fucking kidding me? It needs to be a primitive? Okay, well, let's see if the capsule can work. Okay, all right, sure, okay, all right. Then we'll do hit component. How do we do it for the physics handle? It attaches component as well. Okay, makes sense. So then we'll do hit component and set the constraint component. So let's see if that will work. Right. It's only attaching it to the body. As a test. Let's get a crate in here. I'm going to get a random container in here. And this will be our way of testing if if it ignores the mass or not. So far it is, but let me see what the mass of this is in general. 25 kilograms. Pointed out I was hitting the CPU too much, dragging objects around the inventory instead of just caching the inventory slots when inventory is open and not recomputing the inventory until I drop the item into a new slot. Okay. Okay. All right. I see. So then we can test it like this. Okay. That's pushing the large object without a problem. So is there something in the physics constraint? So what's really annoying about this is component 1 will not be the capsule. We're going to almost spawn or set a location of a like component goal. Like a component goal, like where it's going to try to go. I think that's what we're going to have to do. And yeah. Mass conditioning applies a non-physical scale to the mass and inertia of the two bodies. That only affects this joint, so that the mass and inertia ratios are smaller. So it helps stabilize joints where the bodies are different sizes, especially when the parent body is heavier than the child. However, it can lead to unrealistic behavior, especially when collisions are involved. So let's turn off mass conditioning. Let's see if mass conditioning now will allow us to respect the mass of other objects. Do you have acceleration mode enabled that also ignores mass? I believe I do, so let's turn that off. On all of these. See if there's any other ones. Nope, there's those two. Okay. It's the light cube. I really gotta make this. I gotta make a component for this grab system. That's the other cube, and this is the heavy one. It's still going through it without a problem. I don't know if it's projection. Okay. Don't think it's that. When set, the parent body in a constraint will not be affected by the motion of the child. I guess that would be good. I'm not sure if that would make... Oh. Well, now it's not moving with us. Yep, guessed as much. I guessed as much. What am I trying to accomplish? So our goal now is to switch up our system. Our goal is to switch up our system so that it respects mass of other objects. The biggest thing right now. Is it the linear joint solver? I don't think so. Physics constraint is massively annoying. I'm starting to think, should I somehow come up with my own system? The thing is, I literally don't know how to do that because this is on the basis of physics, and I genuinely don't know where to even get started with something like that. I'm trying to do my own kind of thing. Is it the linear limits? Does it need to be breakable? Maybe even free? Is the parent capsule component kinematic? I think we need to get started on making the actual, like, the other thing, the other, like, the grab component, like where it's actually going to try to grab to. I think we need to do that first before we continue trying to figure this out. I think we might have to do that. Maybe if we set it breakable, maybe that would allow it to also respect mass. Yeah, I might have to actually make the hand, like the actual proper hand. That's going to be the actual, like, grabbing thing that it'll try to stick to. Um, pull harder. Sorry, man. I'm trying, dude. I just worked out. Ah! I can't tell now if it's because of the soft constraint. If we lock it, I'm sure that's going to cause problems. Could be based on the parent object. Okay, so we might have to set up our whole parent hand object system thingy. Okay, so how do we go about doing that? It needs to be a primitive because these only accept primitives. So it needs to be like a cube or something. It needs to be a cube or like a sphere or something. Like a sphere component. Okay, so let's just do sphere collision. This will be our constraint goal. Constraint handler. The constraint handler. The constraint handler. It has no collision. Let's set it to visible in game. And let's make the sphere radius a lot smaller. Okay. So what we want to do here then is at the very beginning here, we want to set the location, the world location of this to the hit location. And then instead of the capsule component, we're going to try to set it to the constraint handler. Additionally, the constraint handler can probably be attached to the camera, so then it keeps relative location to the camera, I think, at least on paper. What? If the parent object is kinematic, the constraint will try its best to stay attached. Try enabling linear motors and playing with that. I'll try to reach the intended motor location, but it isn't so tightly coupled to the parent's physics. You also want to crank up the linear strength motor values very high because Epic hates developers. Classic. Classic. Am I gonna have to set up physics, simulate physics on the constraint handler? Okay, first off, let's see what we can do here. So do that. The linear strength motor values. Okay, let's see where we're at on that though. Oh, position target. We'll do 5,000 strength, baby. 5,000 strength. 5,000 strength. Do over 9,000. I think we're going to need more than over 9,000, my friend. We might even do 50,000. What the fuck? Even. All right, test number 7. That's a lot of zeros, baby. That's a lot of zeros. Maybe too many zeros. Target position, the linear drive. Is this 000 as in 000 world space? Do I have to set the do I have to set these position targets to the thing? Welcome to my hell. The position target is and isn't relative. The fuck did you just say to me? Don't even know what you're attempting. We're switching our system from a physics handle to a physics constraint because the physics handle ignores mass of other objects. So, yeah. I forgot we had the linear breakable thing in. And, oh, okay, so pretty sure this is actually going to 0, 0, 0. Let's try cutting that one out real quick, see if we can get this working here. Okay, where the fuck are you going? Literally have experienced it, what it'll do in world space. Stop pi, run pi again, it'll be in relative space, no changes in between. It's a nightmare. Am I able to reach the position target? Yeah, I would assume I should be able to set that. Try setting the position in code instead of by default. I found it to be more stable. Okay. First, I'm trying to figure out if, like, I would assume, yeah, I guess that's needed, right? We need to do that. Let me see if there's anything else that I potentially change in the physics constraint. This is incorrect. We're going to remove the follow camera. Let's try turning on mass conditioning again. Although, no, I guess I feel like that would be... Let's do limited instead of locked. Limit 25. Soft constraint. Okay, hold on. Okay. Why is it, trying to go over there. So about that engine physics rewrite that guy did in chat, maybe he was cooking. He was onto something. What? Is it because it has no collision? Hold on. What if that... What are these errors? What are you complaining? Oh, that. Do I have to put the physics constraint underneath the constraint handler? What do you guys think? Thoughts? Okay, let's do that. What happens then? Okay. Okay, maybe we're onto something. And then we change the stiffness and the dampening. The 50 dampening, okay? And then I okay, all right, okay, maybe not. Turn off soft constraint. Maybe turn off soft constraint. Okay, then I do this, and then I go whoop. And then let me double check. Okay, that's my hand. Okay. What if we try locked again? Now it's suddenly not flying away? Can someone call the police? Yep. Call a therapist as well while you're at it. Let's do that too. Also, don't have 0 for the max strength. You mean max force or max strength? Both? Add a 0. Maybe we have to set the target position. What if we have to set that to free? Maybe we have to set the... Set the velocity target enabled as well? Okay. Looks like the weight might be too high. Yeah, for you. I lift. I lift a lot. Haha. Is that because the constraint handler now has block all, or can I make it so the constraint handler doesn't have collision, or does it need collision? Position target has been set to 0, 0, 0. I repeat, the position target has been set to 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Okay, hold on. What if now we need to set the position target? Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's minus out a couple zeros. Okay, and then please hold. Set the linear position target. In position target. Get world location. Target position. So then the next question is, inside of our event tick. No, please open this in a new tab. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Object grabbing tick. Thank you, thank you. That's fine. We'll just, I'm sure that it's not going to cause any problems. Okay, what if we try to lower the strength? If I click it on it twice, it teleports away. Now it's happening on the first click? Wait. What the fuck? Work faster? What are you, my fucking mom? Try setting the position target to 0 in Blueprint? Um... Yes, have you done the dishes yet? It's in the dishwasher. Wow, this sucks already. Sorry, son. Wowee, this sucks. This sucks. Wowee. Try setting the position to the world position, but leave the velocity target as 0. I have it as 0. Should I set the dampening to 0, you mean? Or should I just cut this out? So you're telling me I gotta replicate this, huh? What fuck even? Hey, what are you trying to do? I don't know. Maybe make me quit all of this. Okay, what if okay, what if okay, what if we okay, what if okay, what if this has collision? Suddenly. Does that change anything? Apparently so. Apparently so. Apparently that changes things. That apparently changes. Apparently that just changes things. Okay, hold on. It really likes the sun. It tries to go into the sunset. Me too, man. Me too. Okay, what if we set this to 2000? What if I set the, what if I... It was a bit slower there. Okay, hold on. What if the constraint handler has a custom system? It does all of this other shit, but it ignores pawn, physics, body, vehicle, destructible, and world dynamic thoughts. Enable collision on the constraints so that ignore parent. Yeah, right. Ignore collision. True. Let's also turn off parent dominates. Dominates. Parent dominates. Oh shit! It's is it still attached to my capsule collision? Constraint handler. What the fuck? Even the fuck? Are you kidding me? Okay, hold on. Let's try block all. It's what? Constraint handler, grabbing, object grabbing, constraint handler. What is wrong with this fucking thing? Okay. 500,000 position target. It's like attached to my capsule component, not the handler that I just created, which is the sphere that's in front of our fucking screen that looks like a crosshair. Dude, what? Dude, what is going on? That's good. Looks good. Ship it like that. They weren't kidding when they said slop. So, someone explain to me, why is it that it's trying to still... Okay, I'm going to restart the engine. I'm going to restart the engine, and we're going to see if that fixes anything. If that fixes anything, I'm going to slam head wall. So you need the component, lots of screenshot of how I'm doing attaches. You can copy and paste it. That could help. I'd be curious to see what kind of solution you kind of came up with for this. If I can just keep using the physics handle system, but modify it in a way, like create a child of it and then modify it in a way where like it can just simply respect the mass of other objects within the scene. God, that would be great because the fucking thing is already like sort of working. Like cock and ball torture. That's what this is. That's what this is. What? Okay, now I don't want to touch anything because now it works. Watch it. Careful. What if I remove a 0? What if I just magically remove the 0? The axis needs to be locked? But... now our problem is that the mass is still not being taken into account. So we're back at ground 0, if not worse, actually, than ground 0. Do we make it linear breakable? Try setting it limited with a range of 500 and the linear motor cranked up. Yeah, I guess we could try that. I looked away. How did you get it to attach to the handler instead of the capsule? Or did you? You know, I just restarted the engine. I don't know how else to tell you. I quite literally don't know how else to tell you what I did. What if we try a restitution of 0.5? Maybe it's the restitution? Huh. How'd you make the physics fly? Have you ever used Unreal Engine before? So now it needs a little bit more strength? Or maybe it's the... maybe I've increased the velocity target too much? Grim should have stuck to the old ways. I just... listen, man. More respect to you if you're able to use a custom game engine or whatever. I don't know how to do this by hand. I'm fucking stupid, okay? I've been doing this for 12 years. I don't know how to do the stuff other people are able to do, okay? I don't know how to do any of that. No, man. No, man. Just revert. Just revert this. Fuck it. Whatever. If anything, maybe I learn how to do a little bit of physics. Maybe we learn how to modify the physics handle, and then we can maybe do some shit. I don't fucking know. Whatever. This is not worth my time. I concede. I concede. Fuck you, task. Predetermined placement, socket and hands for carrying shit in the hands. I think it's just more fun having it be physics based. Revert. Okay. I appreciate that, y'all. Yeah, it could be interesting to see, like, even if it's just like somehow creating a class, a child class of the physics handle component, and then somehow there's got to be something in here that allows me to respect the physics of other objects in space. Unless maybe there isn't. Maybe there's like, maybe this is just a case of like you just have to make an entirely custom system. But I think I remember you showing me some of the system. I think it uses the exact same style of nodes as the physics handle system. You just replaced it with your own version, if I remember correctly, right? Am I crazy in thinking that that actually is working still right now, even though this is literally the old system? Wait. It just needs to be at a really high mass? Wait, no, that's not right. No, you know what? Maybe the problem is like when you take another object and then slide that object into... Why is this suddenly working when this was a problem before? I think the problem... I think it's because it has very high interpolation. It is still able to technically move it, so we don't want that though. Anything that's heavy should be heavy. Let's make a very, very large version. Huge, humongous. Should be immovable by the player. We gotta lower the weight. But let's see. Does that still not give a fuck? It seems to respect it, which is odd because usually that doesn't work. It's just this. It's just when we carry it, but that's because technically this is an object that we need to specify some of the parameters. You know what? This is fine for now. Yeah, if you have the time or chance, whenever you get home or whatever, that, you know, it could be good to see what we can maybe do as some changes that we could possibly do. No, we don't. So the physics handle doesn't really respect the mass. What we do is I just make the interpolation a lot slower. So it like emulates the feeling of it being heavy, but like not really. Yeah, let's do some other stuff today. Let's do some other stuff. Something a little bit more worth my time. I'm going to rename this to make physics handle system respect mass more without relying on interpolation. I'll put that there. One thing that we do need to do is the zooming in and out. This is not replicated. We do need to make that replicated. For some reason, that is not replicated. I'd be Brian Coxing shit, calculating the mass and all that fucking probably why I'm not using physics. No, don't get me wrong. Physics as a gameplay mechanic, in my opinion, fucking sucks 90% of the time. It just never does well because if you rely too hard on it, there's a large likelihood people are going to encounter issues with it. Either people that get lag spikes or whatever the fuck. It's awful. I hate it. Sorry, I needed a snack. I literally came back from the gym and ate nothing. I'm so hungry. You can see the default physics constraint system without any of those interpolation values. It literally makes all of these feel the exact same because we're not overriding any of the parameters whatsoever. It would be really nice that we did not need to rely on the physics like the physics handle parameters, and instead we just read the mass of the object. That way everything feels more, as long as the mass value is correct, it'll feel more, you know what I mean, more consistent across the board, rather than faking it with interpolation, which I just don't think is the way to go. It's enough to work for now, I think, for our first like tech test, but I've thought about that, Fist. I have thought about that. Making it like actually distract the werewolf. Oh my god. Sir, your grande flippy floppy frappuccino with extra milk, shot of espresso extra, and 5 gummy worms is ready. Landmine and a bomb. Watch this. This is gonna be so funny. He's gonna land on the bomb, and then I'm gonna wake him up. He's gonna jump, and then it's gonna explode. We should definitely make him, if he gets hit by an explosive, he also explodes. We definitely have to do that. None of the monsters right now can die, so I think that would probably be next step. And that would be so hilarious. It goes really, like, it really goes to the core of an ImSim. You, like, throw an item at it, and then it'll wake up because the item got thrown at it, and then it jumps off the landmine, explodes, and then it explodes. God, that'd be so funny. No wonder I didn't see the monsters. They both seem to have, spawned in the wall. Maybe I'm starting to think, instead of them randomly choosing where to spawn based off of navigation, maybe we just have set spawn locations. Found a bug, turned it into a feature. Players can save the multiplayer world they're onto, one of their save slots for offline play. That's something I'm actually planning on doing for this game, Fist. Let's say in theory you're playing with your friends and the server host has to leave and go, but you're in the middle of a run. Technically, the server would be the only one that would save that save file, but I think it would be amazing if all the clients actually save the state of everything going on as well. So then that way the clients can continue the same run that they were in if a friend chooses to leave. I think that would be good, especially in a friend slop game like this. You know what I mean? I feel like it sucks when one of your friends leave and then it's like, oh great, now what? They use TNet for networking, and if the host drops, the clients continue in single player mode anyway. That's cool, man. That's cool as fuck. I don't know how I would go about doing that here in multiplayer in UE. Like, I don't think it would basically, if the host leaves or suddenly leaves, we could maybe reload the world with the same seed, but yeah, I have no clue how we would go about doing that. Anyways, watch this. Something we do need to fix, though, or what the ragdoll system is extremely delayed on the player controller. We do have a task for that to try to fix that, but yeah. You could maybe hand off the world hosting to another player. That's the thing. So for us to do that, let's pseudocode it, right? We would somehow have to determine when the host has disconnected. And while that happened, send all the information to the other clients to maybe join another client that would become the new host. They would have to load into their own map. We'd have to reload everything. And then all of the clients would have to join the new server. It's fucking just basically like host migration, I guess. Kind of like the shit you'd see in like old Call of Duty games. I'm sure they probably still do host migration in the newest games, right? Sounds like a pain in the ass. It is a bit of a pain in the ass. But you got to think of it like this way, but like a quality of life, right? Like, yeah. Yeah, you'd have to take the entire state of the world, recreate it on the new host, and then all the clients would have to know, okay, join that new guy's thing. It would be really cool if somehow we just assign the host and then keep the same level without, like, you know what I mean? But unfortunately, I don't think Unreal, at least Unreal 5 has that. They're doing a bunch of stuff with Unreal 6 on a multiplayer basis. I don't know too many details about it, but I wonder if that's on the docket for them on that one. I don't think you should worry about host migration for Trainrot. All the indie co-op games is just crash the lobby if the host crashes. It is possible, but with C++ and a lot of building it yourself. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I'm sure it would probably be a lot of stuff maybe in the game instance. Or, yeah, would it be in the game instance? I think some of that stuff happens on game instance, if I remember correctly. Unless there's a whole different C class for, oh, game session, right? That's what it is, game session. I'm actually curious what that file looks like. Actually, I think we have. No? We don't have one. Interesting. B requires push to talk. Session name? Oh, that's interesting, y'all. I feel like I've seen a version of this, but I believe it's the it's not this one that's in the engine. I think it's a part of the plugin. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure these settings look very familiar. Some of these look very, very familiar. Notify logout. Called when a player logs out of the game. I'm confused. We have two notify logouts? They have different outputs or parameters, but is that legal? Can you have two of the exact same function name? Notify logout. Notify logout. Okay. Interesting. Unregister. I'm kind of confused. Unregister. Yeah, how is unregister and logout different? Is notify logout just a notification that's like, oh, this person has logged out, and then unregister is just like the actual unregistration from the server? You know, Golden. You can have the same function but different parameters. It's like making another version of the function that handles other inputs, usually done for utility purposes. Gotcha. Interesting. Interesting. Add admin. Remove admin. Oh, there's even a kick system in here and a banning system? Oh.
Released my game Lydium on Steam today. Cool
Hey.
face emoji.
Dude, hell yeah, Golden. Congrats, man. Hope the release is going well. Gracefully tell all clients, then local players to return to lobby. Huh. Some of this looks very familiar because I believe the Steam
Shit my
Core
pants, I did.
probably interacts with this. Steam Core probably interacts with this because some of these inputs are very similar to like inputs that you can register when you start a server or run a server. Bri, thank you for the Prime, by the way. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it runs this, and there's some familiar stuff in here. In the session settings. Or I think this is where you could put custom stuff. How's it going? Not too bad, man. How are you? Yeah, max players and whatnot. I am very curious about banning, though. Is banning a... Is VAC banned? What the fuck? We can read from that? I want to see if ban player is a function. Oh my god, it is not a function. Kick player is, however. Forcibly remove a player from the server. True or false? Is that if it happened or not? So it has kick, but what about ban? I'm actually very curious if this has this in Steam Core Pro. ST... What? That's it? Matchmaking. There must be a security section here. User. Start voice recording, stop voice recording. Okay, weird. Kick player seems to be... I guess if we wanted to make our own ban system, we could always do that. However, the fact that it's in here, I'm actually very curious. How does it do that? I imagine it adds it to... Ban player just runs kick player. It doesn't actually ban them. Its ban player is literally just kick player with nothing additional to it. It literally doesn't do anything. What? This is like they were gonna put in like a system to add to like a local array to keep track of the band of players. What the fuck? That doesn't even do anything. No wonder the Steam Core system only has kick player, because band player doesn't do anything. Good, Bespin. How's the game going? It's going okay, man. It's been a lot of like, just one of those days where we're just kind of like trying stuff out and then like realizing, wow, that was a waste of time. You know, those kind of days. Yeah, it's one of them days, you know what I mean? It's one of them days. It's one of them days, unfortunately. Handling banning is torture? Well, here's how I'm thinking, right? When a client wants to join a server, they send their Steam ID, right? Or they send some form of an ID, not just their like Steam name. And then for banning, we could just have it in a local array on the server side, and then it always just constantly, every time a client wants to try to join, it could check against that array, right? wouldn't that be one way of doing it, or is that not the correct way of doing it? At least that's how I would do it on paper. You don't want to use the Steam name because then they can just change their Steam name, right? So you need to get straight to the source, their ID. Or IP. You could use IP as well. Yeah. I'm sure we can figure out a way of determining if that ban is, you know, yeah. And then able to send a client, hey, you are banned from the server. Don't use IP, they can change that between sessions. True. I think Steam ID is just the best way of going about it. The only thing they can do is just change account, which is probably pretty annoying. Do I plan for badges? Badges? Get a loot. Steam ID or platform ID. Yeah, I would assume Xbox and PlayStation probably have very similar systems. They have an ID behind the scenes. Badge rework. You can have a name plus a global badge. Like in game? I don't know. We can see like we could definitely at least show who the server host is. Like we could definitely show like who the server host is and whatnot. Should we keep working on the spectator system? It's like super bare bones. We could just maybe get started on like get a little UI in, show you which like client you currently have spectating. Maybe we could do that. Hide the HUD, show a different HUD for spectating. Could do that today. It's a very minute, stupid detail thing, but why does your Skybox have those lines? Which lines? Oh, do you mean the dithering, or not the dithering? I forget what it's called. Quantization. Words. It looks painted. Banding. That's the actual term I was looking for. Banding. It's because we have a... I think in our way we use posterization. I think that's the term we're using in the actual like post-processing. Like, are we getting to that point now where we could just start doing other stuff that's kind of polish, or like, I don't think so. No, right? What are these words? English. I think we work on the quota system. That's the big cheesy big fucker task. And that would be like which stage we're at in the route. And you have to, every third route is the goal that you have to work towards. Yeah? Good, Woozy, how's it going? Do we do that? I think that would be the next task. Was that word Chinese? I don't know how to speak any Chinese, Mandarin, or whatever. You and I, 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 you and I. I think, think I don't care for Deadmau5 right now. I don't know what it is. I'm just not in the mood. What are we in the mood for? You know what? Old Faithful, brother. What's the word again? Posterization. Haven't seen What's Up in like a month. Yeah, we haven't, you know, like we got some shit in, you know, but it's nothing crazy. It's just, you know, the train is wider, I guess. We got a couple more monsters, I suppose. We got a landmine. We got a monster that can grab you. No, you're gonna probably ask, can you use the sledgehammer? Not yet. Not yet, unfortunately. Did I model the cars yet? No, they're still orange. But yeah, this guy can grab you now, and then like the camera moves to him, and then you gotta spam jump to escape his grasp. So we got a little bit of a simple grabbing system that I believe works in both multiplayer, both client and server, so. What cars am I thinking? It's gonna be very cartoony, I think. Like that's the kind of vibe I want to go for, is very cartoony. I gotta be careful doing that, because I'm gonna walk into a landmine again. I heard a noise, and I don't know what the fuck that was. I'm hearing shit. I be hearing shit. Oh, we also adjusted the AI a little bit, so they don't 100% know where you are all the time when they're chasing you. Although we do need to do some more improvements on that, I think. But now it's not like they 100% know where you are all the time. There's a little bit more thought put into it. Which is good, I think. I added the back rooms. It's an office. Wait, how is it that there's no landmines? Wait, what? We haven't come across a single landmine. Oh, this one's in the rooftop. This one's... Oh, we just passed by it. We didn't see it. This one's inside of a container. That's good. Very good. Another rooftop. Yep. This one's in a wall. Okay. Yeah, alright, yeah. I guess that happens. Sometimes. I guess that does happen sometimes. Get up, Krim is going swimmingly, perfectly on track. I think we are slowly getting to a good point. I think it is slowly getting to a good point. Yeah, a little bit, kind of, sort of. I think the number one thing I want to do right now is just make it so the quota is not like you'll have to reach the quota every single route. I think instead it's like you can send items here. Right? Send your items here. And then instead, you don't have to feed it like during the route. You can do it when you're at like a station. And I think that's what I'd like to change with the quota system. I think that'll be a good improvement. So then that way you can kind of explore more, and if you want to, you can say fuck it and not go back to the front of the train, even though someone does have to push the button. So that I think could be good. Maybe. Maybe, possibly. I feel like it would be a good change. Maya, think of the raid. How's it going? How's it going? I want to add a window on this. Yo, hear me out. Window on the furnace door. Spent roughly an hour and a half resetting Toronto series on Legend. Holy moly. Oh man. We gotta do some we gotta make them improvements ASAP so the game could be a lot better. I keep fumbling on Small Detour and City Redux. Small Detour is the... Which level was Small Detour, actually? I don't even remember which chapter that was. City Redux is the second pass through the city, which I think you go through the park, and then underneath the thing, and then through the constructions... No. Construction site is the first city. The second Redux is the... Which one is that, actually? No, that is the... No, that is the construction site and the park. Yeah, we have to fix that park. I've been wanting to change that park for a really long time. Just like make it a little bit more interesting and not shit. Because I honestly feel like it's a pretty shit environment. Something I would like to definitely do. Yeah, park construction site rooftop. Yep. Dash to one. I should bring back the hard mode where in the very beginning of the game, the entire game was going from level to level. There was no scoreboard or anything until you got to the very end, like the boss fight. It was as bare bones as humanly possible. I don't know if I have a screenshot of it. Trying to see if I have a screenshot of like how the game used to be back then. Oh yeah, this was what the main menu looked like. Every level was its own level. There was no chapters or anything. It was just new game, continue game, and level select was just if you wanted to fuck around in the other levels. Insane. And then we rewrote the entire system to instead be this kind of level selection system. That was pretty funny. We did a whole rewrite for like an update. Complete rewrite of the main menu. This is what the underground level would look like when we were blocking it out. There's like 2 speedruns from the times of that menu. Oh, that's fucking funny, dude. That's funny. I have really old screenshots from when the game was just a game jam. This is one of the very old versions of the game, but this was the game jam version. Huh? Suit for Hire used to be called Thinwick, which is why the EXE is called that. And it was just a small game jam game that you can still play, by the way, if you search up Thinwick. As far as I know, the IndieDB is still up. And yeah, we had a train station kind of vibe as well. You could see the exact same kind of trifecta of the original enemies. This is like the OG, I think, early access release, though, when it looked like this. The art style was very different. It was a lot more like retro style. We were going for more retro style with like no like all the aliasing is there and everything. I kind of dig the old style a little bit. I think if it had more work done to it, it would have been fine, but then the newer versions as we were going through, making a ton of adjustments. I got so many screenshots in here, you can't even believe. I should make this a if I can find the EXE build for this, I should make it an old version that you can boot up if you wanted to. No, you're good, man. There's no such thing as distractions here. No such thing. Oh yeah, this was the old vehicles. I remember now. I bought a pack of vehicles and I was like, this is oddly suspicious, like how these look very much like copyright vehicles. And then like weeks later, I tried to contact the creator of that asset pack and they were banned. And so I had to get a refund and then swap them out with completely different vehicles. Because I was like, this looks exactly like a fucking, what is this, a Nissan GTR? Right? And then this looks like a Dodge Charger or whatever. So that was really funny. And I'm going through like old screenshots now. Oh yeah, back when we had overwhelmingly positive. Very cool. Were we ever on the front page? I don't think we were ever on the front page. Were we? Is that real? I don't think that's... Is that real? At Grok, is this real? You were on my front page. Huh. Whoa. You were on the Korean front page? No way. What? Did we even do any work today on this fucking game? Developer man, I must report crucial continuity issue. Oh yes? Please do. What is the problem? NPC grabbing players event. Maybe we can work on some sound effects today. Stage 3 of the cathedral ends by entering into an air vent. The boss stage has no air vent opening on the wall. Ah, fuck. That's probably because that was pre-third person. Is there... Yeah. Oh, yeah. We gotta put an air vent there. Okay, I wrote it down. It's a very important issue that needs urgent addressing. Listen, listen. The version 1.1 update that's going to be alongside the DLC, it's all about cutting loose ends, all right? It's all about covering up all them loose ends. Improve some of the level design, in a bunch of the old levels, all that jazz. See what we can do. As long as it's not like completely changing an entire level. I want to do something really stupid. I want to put a square window in the furnace. I know. Very useless idea right now. I'm sure there's many other things I can be doing. I would like to put a square hole in the furnace. Amazing meta sounds for sounds. I think a couple of the sounds we are using it. Like a couple sounds we are, but not all of them. Put the square hole in the triangle hole. I'm gonna put you in a square hole. I'm gonna put you in a square hole. See how you like it. How big of a hole do we want? Dude, it is insane that this is music coming from just some random indie dev trying to, like, you gotta admit, it's good, man. These jams are damn good. I like it. It was made for me. I agree. I agree. Extrude repeat. Yeah, that doesn't do anything. Yep, that don't do nothing. I guess I'll just scale it manually. Fuck it. Guys, am I cooked? I just saw my soulmate and didn't chat her up. No, my friend, you are not cooked. You just have the debuff, social anxiety. You are unfortunately ridden by the debuff, social anxiety. Yeah, you are uncooked. As a matter of fact, you are the opposite. You are fucking raw. Is 3D modeling supposed to look this easy? After 13 years of experience? Possibly. Not sure. Ba-da-dum, 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 ba-da-dum. Ba-da-dee-doo-doo-doo, ba-da-dum. Why didn't I at least say hi? I don't know, maybe you were overthinking it. Maybe there was a bunch of stuff happening in your head. Maybe you were preoccupied. Who knows, man? Don't beat yourself up over it. Don't beat yourself up over it. Maybe next time just say hi. Just be like, hey, if the opportunity is not so awkward. You know what I mean? Cube 2 engine? That's voxels with movable vertices? I would still like consider that to be an element of modeling. There was a time where I was playing around with a thing called Cubicle. That was, it's honestly, working with those kind of systems is fun because it's like, it's just you doing art, not having to deal with a bunch of fucking technical bullshit that modeling involves with. You know? That's that good stuff. That's that good stuff. Anyways, I'm about to do something stupid. Watch this. What the fuck? Anyways, so what I wanted to do with this. Wait, if I extrude it out, does that change the collision? Well, who knows? well. Yeah, that's a hole, all right. Highlighted cube too is Imagine Quake, but with a real-time multiplayer map editing mode. That's what I was drawn so much to Roblox when I was younger. Back when it wasn't as predatory. It was just the idea of building things with other players was just so much fun. It was a good time. It was a good time. Now, I don't think I would do anything in Roblox anymore. Can I be real? I don't think I... No. No, I don't think I would. UCX, I think, has it. I just don't know if this has a UCX collision. But we're going to find out. We're about to find out. Okay, it already has a collision, and it's just going to keep that. That's fine with me, baby. All right, now we need some glass. Not that one. Not that one. Maybe that one? Oh yeah, that looks fucking sick. I love the window. Oh yeah. Oh, yes. Yes, baby. Yeah. It could be UBX. So it's either UCX, UBX, and various others. UCX, I think, is convex. B is box. And some other shit. Whatever. Oh, yeah. This looks much better. This looks much better. This looks much better. We're cooking. We're cooking. Oh, yeah. Window, huge addition. Huge. Humongous. It lets a little bit of light out. Oh, yeah. I love that. I love that. That makes it so much more fun. Yes! You put a banana in front, make someone slip on it. Don't worry. Banana is on the to-do list. It is currently in development. Currently in development. Okay, cool. I don't know if that's the type of glass I want, but we'll be changing all that glass anyways. Like, all of the glass in the game is going to get changed, so. That's all good with me. All good with me. Metal blue. No, this is fine. 7 years from now, in some YouTube I say, it's the details like this which make Trainrot stand out all those years later. Thanks for watching my video. Is it going to be glass that doesn't lag shit out? No, this is going to be the one that lags shit out, actually, because it's going to be red. Wait, hold on. It's not rendering in the thing yet. Wait, hold on. Just you wait. It's going to be red. Ah, pink. Sorry. My bad. Even worse than red. It's fucking pink. A little bit of glass doesn't hurt nobody, right, guys? A little bit of glass overdraw never hurt nobody. All the best features from Suit for Hire? Well, no, Suit for Hire had a crash that came in because of a particle effect that spawned in for some reason. I still don't know why it crashed, by the way. To this day, still don't know why. Still no idea. That was a awful 3 weeks of my life. Got it in the end, baby. Got it in the end. Speaking of Super, I need to find the best run of the intro from today and submit a VOD to the boards. Don't worry. I'm on it. We need to make it so the monsters can take damage, man. We need to make it so the monsters take... The instant I took out my trombone to sing him a song, he fucking attacked me. Standard legend record is 2 minute 46. My record is apparently somewhere around 2 minute 06. You want to see me beat that? I'll beat it right now. I'll beat it. Nah, I can't beat that. I don't think I could beat 2 minutes. I have a video of me going through the intro. What was my time on that? Because that would be my time currently. I'm pretty sure I have a walkthrough of the first chapter. Right here, chapter 1 playthrough, 3 minute 45. What did it say my record was? 313. I don't think it's an S plus though. I think it's an A. Three minutes and 4 seconds. Wait, was this during Steam Early Access? Oh my god, it was during Early Access. This was pre 1.0. You need to see the shit that happens in my full game run in Sent to Paradise specifically? No distractions, lazy dev. This is a Twitch stream, all right? At least I'm not being distracted while driving on the fucking road. God, dipshit streamers that do that. Oh my god, man. The fact that they get banned for a day, which is just a slap on the wrist, and then they get unbanned the next day. Come on, bro. It's only a moment of time until someone gets fucking killed, and then it becomes an article, and then, oh well, or like it's going to happen with the way some of these jackasses drive. It already happened on Kick, I'm pretty sure. Someone got into a major accident and killed a family, I'm pretty sure. So it's only a moment of time until it happens on Twitch, until they start actually making some proper repercussions for these streamers that look at their fucking phone the way they do. It is not a positive. Ugh. Sponsored by Kick. Mobile phone use driving is points and a decent fine in the UK. Yeah, in America, with a Tesla, that's like a little pinch on the arm and then send you off on your way. Not a distraction, it's research. Let me see what you got. Oh, but with the Deagle. Okay, the Deagle is pretty strong, I would say. Especially with the ult. And that's what it's made for. I'm glad people are using the center HUD, though. The Half-Life style center HUD. Okay, so this is like... Right, doing the dive. Dodging the... Yep. I have seen people doing that. Was going to patch it out one day, but then I was like, you know, fuck it. Let's just leave it in. We should let people do stuff like this. That's the whole point of having a jumping mechanic. Okay, using the ultimate as a reload. Excuse me? Just skip the whole section. Now he's gonna go around to the elevator. Okay, that's pretty fucking funny. I should turn that into a combat space. Make it so if you run back here, like, enemies somehow... Oh my god. Is there a way to get back in? Oh my god, you just went straight to the ladder. No fucking way. So you skipped the entire crane section. That's... I knew at some point someone would use that fucking spot here, and I've tried to... Well, no. Interestingly enough, I put a wall, there is an invisible wall here to not... Well, that's what the fucking clipping shipping container is right there, the blue one. So you don't skip over, but never did I think you could just skip the entire section by just going straight into the ship. That's pretty funny. We should make it so if you run by in here, I should like flesh this out a little bit more, and then if you do end up in this area, not monsters, players, enemies spawn in dynamically. The Ocean Drive disco section is amazing too. No fucking way. Did you find a skip for that too? Let's see. This is Miami series. I'm surprised the survival modes are being used in the speedrun as well. I skipped over the mime. Replicated strats found by a fellow runner. Well, that's what speedrunning is all about, right? Is like people learning from each other. I feel like if nobody learned from each other in like Mario 64, we would not have the shit that we have today. What's the fastest time for the game beaten? What's the is it this one right here? 1 hour, 1 minute? One day, are we gonna see a 1 hour, all levels, no modifiers, S plus? Or at least S? Yeah, I gotta fix that. That's on me. Sometimes the melee auto attack, or the melee like directional stuff, especially in moments like these, you know. Oh, you were 100%. You're doing the thing. No, you. Hmm. Hmm. Is that an invisible wall there, though? Or just skill issue? Wait, one of those looks like it did hit. I think that one should have probably hit. See, the Deagle is fun for shit like this, where it's like you're going through a level and just running through it and just trying to hit as many motherfuckers as you can. It looks like something straight out of like an action movie, 100%. I wonder if there's some collision walls going on here. First section of eviction is also a highlight. Did you find the van jump? Oh, yep, the van jump. I specifically put that van there for that. What game is this? It's my game that I made, Suit for Hire. If you type !Steam, it'll show you. You did? Yeah. I used to use this jump. I was like, I accidentally found it and I was like, oh, you know what? Leave that in. There's also, so obviously this is the fastest jump, but there's also a jump through from the parking garage that I have to fix. There's a weird collision issue going on there, but there's one that you can jump there. That's obviously a lot more time than doing this one though, so. No, don't tell me there's a... Is there a jump there that you can... Is there a jump that you can... Skip the save checkpoint. That is actually so funny. And then the box jump up there. That's a tough spot though. Had a massive skill issue there. The diving can be a bit janky. I think if we made it a little bit more straightforward, it would probably be a lot quicker to do these kind of things. It can be a bit like, with all the physics and stuff enabled and the sliding and whatnot, it can be a bit jank. I forgot other things that we did to kind of allow for skips. I don't remember. I didn't make a full house in my game, but I got stairs and doors that work. UEFI is really fun to learn. Hey, hell yeah. I don't know what happens there, but apparently if you bounce on top of an enemy and reload from the checkpoint in midair, you warp past the holdout section. Listen, I don't even know how I could fix that. I don't even know how we could fix that. Yeah, Pixel. This game definitely did allow me to go full time on stuff, for sure. But now it's just a case of, you know, just got to keep the ball rolling. Very cool. I gotta check this whole run. I might leave it open. Remove it in the next update. Issue will only impact people using dark magic on the game. To a degree. A lot of people have been saying that the diving is a bit jank, like in the reviews and stuff. So it's like, it's not like I ignore that stuff. It is something that I do kind of want to improve a little bit where I can. How many people developed Super for Hire? It was like a collection of a bunch of different people in the project, and then like, you know, like contractors here and there from time to time. But at most, or at minimum, at all times it was 2. Me and a music artist. We had an animator at one point for a bit. We had a couple contractors help with some environment art stuff, level design. Yeah. Translation companies as well. Did you get the XL Herman Miller? This is the large one. Yeah, the large. I don't know if it's XL. It's just large. Sorry, I got the hiccups. Anyways, I'm gonna go. Thanks for dropping by. I'm gonna stream tomorrow, I think. As long as I don't have anything tomorrow. But I think I'm gonna stream tomorrow. And yep. Yep. Tell me what tools to use and I'll get you a Polish version just like that. Don't worry, I'll get a company to do it. I will invest the money in. But it would be great to see when that does get in, if you want to verify some of the quality of it, that would be great. But yeah, thanks for dropping by, everybody. I think I'm gonna do some extra streams this weekend. I think, yeah. I don't know what we did today, if anything. Did we do anything today? Did we do anything at all today? Okay, tomorrow, we'll work on the briefcase mimic. And we'll do that. And then, yeah. Oh, the rectangular window! Yes, man, yes! The greatest invention of all time. The rectangular window. It really does add to the space. Look at that, man. Look at that. Yeah. All right. Anyways, I'm gonna go eat. I'm hungry. I'm gonna go eat some jerk chicken leftovers. Maybe a beef patty. But yeah, I'll see you guys possibly tomorrow, hopefully. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you then. Take care. Goodbye.